This is a bit vanilla, isn't it?
Bit of what?
Bit vanilla.
Is that what you got? Vanilla in there?
Well, tastes vanilla.
Is it?
Half a cup as well. What is it?
I didn't put as much milk in for you.
Is it the war, is it? Wee rations?
What do you think of the Sunday morning mugs? Back out.
Nice. Slightly different colour font.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a slightly different colour font in this print, isn't there?
This is the 2022 edition.
Oh, is that what we've got? The 2022 Sunday Morning Show edition mugs. I figured that we're never going to shift
4,824 of them.
that we ordered if we don't showcase that we've actually got them.
They don't travel very well, though, do they? That's the issue we've got.
That is the issue we have. That's lovely, isn't it? Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday morning show. Good morning, Lester.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning, everybody.
How are we?
Very good, very good.
A bit of sad news this week.
Have you?
Meatloaf.
Oh, yeah.
It was quite sad, wasn't it? Were you a bit of a Meatloaf fan in your day?
I mean, his track, Bat Out of Hell.
Like a bat out of hell.
And I'll Do Anything for Love. Those
Yeah.
two were like sort of my sort of early memories of music. I can remember those being played when I was at school. So
Yeah.
that would have been like early 90s, but yeah. 74 he was, so.
74 years old.
Yeah.
Interesting life, I imagine.
I would think so. He was a unique looking character, wasn't he? Sort of not your typical sort of musician, really, was he? Or rock star? Would you call him a rock star?
Rock and roll.
Yeah,
Rock and roll.
But yeah, produced some really good music, a well-renowned voice, a great voice to be fair.
Unbelievable voice. Unbelievable. I was a big fan back in the.
Maybe 90s, wasn't it? Early 90s?
Yeah, I remember, and that was probably the time when I was actually into playing the drums and doing all that sort of stuff.
I remember
when I was a
you
kid.
with your drum kit.
Yeah, I had a drum kit, smashing away I was. But I did used to try and keep up with Meatloaf, and
Yeah.
sad. Anyway, that's away from golf. So busy week on the channel.
Are we dedicating the show to him then, or?
If you would like to dedicate, you can
Okay,
dedicate
we'll
the show.
the show to Meatloaf.
Oh, there you go, lovely.
He used to love this show as well.
Is that right?
No,
he messaged you,
not,
did he?
No.
Busy week on the channel.
Yeah, we've had a good week, haven't we?
Oh my word! Well, what we've been lucky with is the weather.
It's been superb, isn't it?
I know I'm trying to run away from our weather, but
I mean, we do plan where we're going, and we do follow forecasts quite closely to try and get the best days possible. Filming in the rain, we would do it, but the cameras don't like it.
no.
And when you're using thousands and thousands of pounds worth of top of the range cameras, if you get them wet, I mean, I know that John Big Oggy had a camera that he ruined in the rain. Yeah, he used it in the rain and he had to replace it. So obviously you've just got to be careful, haven't you?
Very careful. Keep control of it.
It's not because we're fair weather golfers or anything like that. It's just that you can't film.
Well, I am.
You're not supposed to admit that.
I am a fair weather golfer. I would prefer to play in the better weather than the bad weather.
The good thing for everybody at the moment is when we're filming to actually when the video is released is such a short period of time. So it's literally a matter of days at the moment. Not so good for sort of Jordan and Johnny having to edit the videos.
No.
But it is pretty much, normally when people say, oh, you've changed your putter or something, and you might have changed it, and you might be on the next edition. I may personally be on the next edition, because it used to be 5-6 weeks
in advance, which is kind of where we want to be, because you have to be ahead of the game in this game, because if you don't get ahead of the game, pressure builds and it can be a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, definitely. And if you do get a couple of weeks of inclement, bad weather, you end up with no content or very little content. We are trying to, the best we can, put as many course vlogs out as possible, because we know you guys and girls at home, that's what you really tune in for.
It is. But on that thing of weather, like, I know you say that you like to play in fair weather golf. I like to play in fair weather golf, but did you ever feel back in the day when you were actually competing that because I felt when I was playing in bad weather.
I know you're going to say you had more chance of winning.
Well, I felt like I did.
You didn't give up. Yeah, 100%.
Because I felt like half the field, or certainly more than half the field, would be so upset that they're going out to play in that weather that they would fall by the wayside early on.
100%. I think the mindset and your attitude when you're approaching a day which you know the weather's going to be bad, just to keep battling, keep going. It's going to be tough for everybody, but make the most of it. I mean, a couple of the events I've won, your dad, the Chris Henderson Trophy, which is coming up in April, if anybody does want to enter that at Churston.
Here, yeah.
One of the times I've won it was when the second round got abandoned. So we played like 12 holes of the second round.
Because the weather was so bad.
So bad, and they just used the first 18 holes score and I actually won it.
Oh, result.
The first time I'd won it.
Happy days.
I've won it a couple other times as well.
Don't
like to throw that in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely, like if you keep going and keep battling, you never know. Like you said, half the field would have given up. People walk in, people give they don't adapt to the weather conditions, and it's so important.
Well, talking about Trevose.
Yeah.
So obviously this week on the channel you would have seen the vlog that we did at Trevose. First and foremost, like Trevose in all its glory.
Yeah. And
a lot of these links courses, and even and even when I've spoken to Nick in the past, Nick, who was on the channel, who's one of the owners of Trevose, he would like to have seen more of his golf course sort of showcased maybe more in the summertime.
Yeah.
Or pushing more towards the spring going into the summer.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, go for it.
I much prefer links in the winter.
Yeah, well, to be honest, we were so lucky. We talked about the weather, but we were so lucky because there wasn't really a cloud in the sky. It was very cold and we got a frost delay before we teed off. But when you get that golf course in that weather, where you get the blue sky, which really enhances the blue sea in the background, and then at this time of the year, because the golf course is fully green and it's not burnt or dried out in the summertime, you get that definition between, or the distinct cuts, don't you? You can see the cuts between the long sort of wispy grass, brown wispy grass, and then the actual golf course itself, and it's just spectacular.
I think as well the links golf plays fairer in the winter.
Well, you're not getting,
you're not getting the bounces or having to come in sort of 40, 50 yards short of greens. I mean, it's a different type of challenge, but I just think links golf in the winter is.
I think if you're pure. It is pure. But I think for guys like us that are average to maybe a bit above average in our yardages for average golfers, I'm not saying that we're anywhere near sort of what the tour players are. James Ruth is an example. Yeah. If you can get the golf ball to fly that much further, links in the winter is good for us. Yeah. You get links in the winter for players that aren't necessarily long, they struggle. Yeah. Because they need
That's
the
a good
run.
Point, actually,
they need the run on it. We look at it in our eyes, but actually for a lot of golfers out there, links is probably more fair and more fun for them in the summertime because they can run it in. But what I loved about and I've said this a number of times, but Trevose, whatever they I've seen it over the last 10 years, is how much that golf course has improved and what they've put back into the golf club and the golf course.
Literally 100%. Every time I go down there, I mean, I'm lucky enough that I probably go down there 3 or 4 times a year. Yeah. We have a 2-day alliance.
We're going down there soon.
Yeah, which Graham arranges. I go down and play in other events if I can, or I've had a couple of casual games down there, and obviously now we've had the opportunity to film. Yeah. Every time I go back, there's something different. There's a change, and it enhances what's already there. It's not a change for the sake of change. You'll go there and a green which was almost unplayable, and you had a couple of pin placements. Yeah. They completely changed the whole setup, the way it's laid out, which then means you can use more pin placements. Yeah. But the changes are in keeping with what's originally there. So it's not, you don't go, oh, that's a new green. It just looks like it's been there for hundreds of years. Yeah. It's in my opinion, they've got the right blend of making money, but putting the money back in for the members and for the visitors and people that are using the facilities. Fair play to Nick. You think he's and the family and everybody that's running the place. They've got it right, I think.
Well, on that note with Trevose, obviously a big thank you to Trevose for letting us get down there and actually film and letting us stay the night as well. It was a lovely accommodation. But we're going to be down there, which is, I think, is close to have been sold out nearly already.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in coming on our Trevose 2-day Burnley Bus Tours trip, then on the ticker bar, there'll be a little bit more information on that. February is going to be 20th and 21st of February, which is a Sunday, Monday. If you want to come down and join us, we've got a few spots left. There's not many because I know Graham was selling it out pretty quickly. But yeah, we'd love to see you down there with us. It's a great couple of days and prizes, quality golf, nice food.
Play golf with us as well. We'll play when we'll play this time, I think.
I played last time.
So you'll definitely. Well. I think you'll be dusting the clubs off.
I will be dusting the clubs off. But Bude. Yeah. Bude is coming up on the channel this week.
This Monday, yeah. So for all those that will be pleased to hear, Chris Gill is back on the channel.
Chris Gill is.
And also, your brother makes his
2022
debut.
Return. He's had a bit of time out.
So yeah, so we're down there playing Bude, and that was the second day when we stayed down at Trevose on the Thursday, and then Friday we played at Bude. So again, we had a great day, didn't we? Weather-wise, banter was flowing.
Oh my goodness! Like literally the next day, you know when you've laughed so well.
Yeah.
You know you've either been to the gym and done loads of sit-ups, or you've been laughing a lot the day before. That my stomach was feeling it the next day. The laughter. It was good fun. It was good,
Everyone
and we knew it was going to be.
Think.
Yeah, there was a lot flying around. There's some good quality golf, and there's a lot of banter flying around. There's a lot of laughter. So if you like good quality golf, and you like a good golf course, and you like nice weather, and you like banter,
what's there not to like?
What's not to like about that? It's got everybody covered for that one. So you will enjoy Bude. Bude is a fantastic little links golf course. It's my first time in playing it.
Yeah, I've
been there.
I'm shocked you never played it.
I've been there before. Like when I was a kid, went to the adventure centre down there and did a bit of surfing down there, but never ever been to the golf course before.
It's got one of my favourite par threes.
Yeah, that is pretty special, isn't it, that one?
Yeah, it's a lovely par three. So that's coming up this week. And
that is coming up
brilliant
Monday.
as well. They're very welcoming.
Very welcoming.
Very friendly golf club.
Very friendly. Had Harry in the pro shop there who
came out for a few holes.
Showed us round.
Our tour guide.
Tour guide Harry.
And the sort of the general manager or secretary, I don't know what his title is.
Yeah. Mark.
He was a great guy as well. Very welcoming.
Yeah.
I felt really looked after down there and. Like wanted. In my life, I don't often feel wanted, but that was an occasion I felt wanted.
No, you don't feel wanted?
Don't feel wanted here most of the time.
Well, we had a fantastic couple of days down in Cornwall, and we were blessed by the weather, and you will see that from the edits. I don't know what happens when we go to Cornwall, but for some reason,
the weather with us, don't we?
The weather just is there. You go down there and it was like Perranporth and it just popped. The colours just come out and it's just spectacular right by the coast there.
Yeah.
So very, very lucky.
And you're away you're away now, aren't you? Gone, aren't you?
I'm going, in a couple of hours I've got to go and do a COVID test.
Yep.
So Jordan and I are heading up to Exeter Airport to do a 24-hour fit to fly test.
Yep.
Hopefully that all comes back as negative.
Yeah.
And then we are driving up to Heathrow, parking up at Heathrow, jumping on a British Airways flight, and heading out to Orlando International Airport for the PGA show.
Super. It's still on at the moment, isn't it?
Pardon?
Still on at the moment? Still going ahead?
No. Oh, it's still all on. Starts on. We're going to be there on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're going to be there on Wednesday. We're going down to my old college on Tuesday. So we're going to do some filming around Weber.
Brilliant.
Which I'm really looking forward to.
That'd be good for anybody who's thinking of that particular avenue.
Or their kids or something like that are maybe getting into that, want to get to university in the States. I'll hopefully give you a bit of information on that when I'm out there. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how Weber has evolved.
Yeah.
Over
how long is it since you've been over there?
Well, I graduated in 2005.
Is it the last time you've been to it?
Yeah. So
16, 17 years.
Yeah, amazing where time goes.
Yeah.
You know, so looking forward to seeing that. We then are going to the PGA show on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm then picking up one of my friends who's flying in from Michigan on the Wednesday evening. And I think another couple are driving down on Wednesday evening. So they're going to stay with us at the condo at Greenleaf where we're staying, which has just been bought.
Is it?
Just been sold and bought, so hopefully that will be enhanced soon. And unfortunately, Greenleaf was which is where I lived when I was out there and worked when I was out there, did my internship there. It was one of the top golf courses in Florida. Well, it was the #1 course in Florida. You had David Ledbetter had his academy there originally, but unfortunately it's gone by the wayside. So it's been bought, and hopefully there's going to be some money thrown at it. So we're staying there, and then we are going to the show on the Thursday morning again, and then I think we're meeting up. I think we're playing Arworth on Thursday afternoon with the guys from my old college, and then we're going to do some filming on Friday, filming on Saturday, fly home Sunday. Full.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then Jordan's got the week off after.
And then Jordan's going to require the week off after, yeah. So it's going to be good to go back down memory lane a little bit for me.
Yeah, brilliant.
And I've just got to get through the COVID test first, so we get through that, and then we're off.
Yeah, superb. You'll have a great time. So I'm in charge of.
You're head of the office for when I'm thinking. Now, what I do want to do, just quickly.
I'm a slightly more fairer boss than you. Slightly more. What's the word? Relaxed. Relaxed working environment. I'm going to create.
Are you?
Yeah.
There's still a time schedule, all right? So there's still the times. There's still times that you've got to hit numbers.
Okay,
all
no
right.
problem.
So, whilst we're on talking about office and staff and this and the other, should we just introduce?
I think
I think it's time. So we're going to introduce you now to Johnny.
Hello.
Johnny.
Hello.
Welcome to the channel. I know you've had a brief introduction at Bigbury, but you are now actually in position.
I certainly am.
How does it feel? How's your first week gone in the office?
It's very fun. That's
fun.
Definitely the best way to start. Obviously, it's quite a lot to
take
leap
on
into a new job, and obviously because it's daily, it's quite a lot of work as well. But it's just a lot of fun to do, to be honest, and everyone here is really welcoming, so it's just great.
So you're not a golfer, so do you find, so obviously I'm going to call you a professional editor, okay, because you graduated from uni, you've done all your bits now, so you are, as far as I'm concerned, you're a pro. Do you feel that there's a struggle because of the golf, or are you going to do you think that'd be something that you can just pick up over time?
Well, I already quite like sport, so I think that it's definitely something that I want to learn about, and with the job obviously I need to learn more about it, and some of my friends are really into golf, so it gives me a good opportunity to learn more about it as well, and I think as I get older I'd like to try new sports anyway. So yeah, I think it is a little bit difficult, but I think as I progress it will get easier and easier, and hopefully I can get more and more involved.
What are you looking forward to the most with the role that we've put you in?
I feel like having done TV at university, I always like to make quality things and really feel pride in my work, and other people enjoy it as well. So I think the main thing for me is making sure the fans like it, even if that means changing what I'm doing slightly throughout my time here. That's fine. I just really want to make something that I'm happy with and the audience are happy with. And besides that, not much aims, to be honest.
Well, on behalf of everybody watching the Sunday morning show, welcome to the channel.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right over there? Everybody all right?
COVID.
Everyone coughing? Everyone's coughing, COVID. Don't you start bloody coughing, all right? We've got a big trip coming up. I don't need you coughing.
Yeah, we don't need you coughing.
In the background, all right?
Don't you worry.
I hope you've brought your sun cream.
That little nose is going to go very red, isn't it?
Yeah.
Little burnt nose, Rudolph.
Well, there you go. There's Johnny for you. Nice to catch up with him and introduce him to the channel.
Neil?
Neil. We've already got two nicknames for him, so you never generally get through. If you're going to work with us, you're going to have a nickname in some way, shape, or form. My nickname for him is Utah, and the reason for that, if any of you have seen the film Point Break, you'll know Johnny Utah at Point Break. And as soon as I saw him, I thought, oh, Johnny Utah. So he's now Utah.
And I call him Neil because he spent the first vlog at Bigbury on his knees.
On his knees, kneeling.
He's now called Neil.
So he's got two names.
He prefers Utah to Neil. So, yeah.
However, what I would say is, for those of you who saw part 3 last week from Trevose That's the one that we gave Johnny that one because it was a slightly different vlog, as in like we moved into a different
vibe,
match.
Wasn't it? Is that vibe?
Yeah, different vibe. So obviously that's Johnny's edit. So so obviously if you've seen any difference in it, that's because Johnny did it and it was slightly different. So it was all good. All positive.
Very popular it was. I think people liked it.
Last couple of things, as I'm pointing. Got a couple of releases come out in the golfing world.
We have, yeah.
Obviously, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the Stealth Driver. We've had Cobra. Cobra have released their new LTD X range of drivers.
Slightly price point lower than your traditional main brands in golf, aren't they? Which is what they've sort of pitched themselves at over the last 4 or 5 years, which I think is good.
Normally about £100 less
yeah.
than the other brands. I kind of sit in between them.
Yeah.
They're kind of £50 less. And then you've got your TaylorMade, your Callaways and your Titleist.
I think it's a good place to be honest, because there are people that are price aware and price conscious, which I would be if I was purchasing golf equipment. So coming in slightly lower, that is it's a reasonable saving, isn't it? On what you'd regard as a top of the range club. So it's good, really. And
then there was the new AVX golf ball.
Yeah.
Titleist AVX golf ball has been released.
I think that needed to be changed slightly, because in my opinion, it's only my opinion.
Yeah. Well, we like your opinion.
Well, sometimes controversial.
But good.
But I don't think that wasn't a selling ball. It went from a retailer.
It was put out
such a small.
But I think Titleist know that. It's such a small, like there would literally be, if we think about Torquay, there were 2 members that could really deal with that golf ball.
And I think
because you have to hit it, you have to be compressing it.
And I'll take the blame for it, but I think I probably ordered too many of that particular ball, thinking it would go in alongside, but it was almost like a special, like you said, like a specialist ball away from the Pro V1, Pro V1X.
Yeah.
It was in that area, but because of its characteristics, it just didn't appeal to many golfers, I think.
Well, if you're looking for a low launching, low spinning, soft feeling, low spinning around the greens golf ball, then, because a lot of people when they're chipping, well certainly me, a lot of people talk about spin a lot, but actually I like the ball to kind of land and release. But what the problem I had, because I tried the old AVX, I'm looking forward to testing the new one, but when I wanted it to spin, I just struggled with it.
You know, years ago when I actually did have a short game, I used to have one of my wedges was a cheaper branded wedge. Right. I can probably say what it is. Ben Sayers. Yeah. Which had no spin whatsoever. So it used to land on the green and almost jump. Yeah. Churston, a lot of the pins in the summer were all on the back of the green. Yeah. So I used to use this wedge, land it on the front of the green, just let it run out to the back of the green. I actually had a club particularly for Churston that had no spin on it. Whereas my other wedges, I could generate, a good bit of stoppage. But just to get the ball, when the ball was at the pin was at the back, it's hard to get the ball running up the green.
Last release that I wanted to mention
today. That was interesting, wasn't it?
That was good. You fell asleep then. Last release that I wanted to mention is tomorrow. Coming out tomorrow, the new SM9 Vokey wedge.
Yeah. I've seen it. You've got it in your golf bag. It's straight in there, isn't it?
It is sat in there. I needed to have done some videoing with it, but I just haven't got round to doing it. No. So, so the SM9 wedge is coming out.
Your affiliation with Titleist going well then?
Yeah, going well, yeah. But the thing with the big jump for me was SM7 to SM8. That was to me quite a noticeable.
Was it? Well, it was look wise or in performance.
No, performance wise.
Okay.
Because
it's so fun, isn't it?
It's so small, but basically the SM. I had to really work hard to get my SM7s to get what I call my desired flight, which was more of a push forward flight, slightly low and checky flight, with sort of 3/4 shots. The ball used to just pop up in the air, and it was to do with where the centre of gravity is located and the weight distributions and how that all works, which is way beyond us. But definitely when you moved into the SM8, there was definitely that change. There was a massive shift in what you got from.
I'm like against that. I like the look of the SM7. I preferred it to the 8.
Yeah, well, I didn't think
a better looking club.
I didn't notice much of a difference in a look.
Do you not?
As in a look of them.
Just performance, yeah.
But just a performance, yeah.
Because I mean, I can't. With all due respect, my short game's pretty hideous. it's all about the look for me.
Big
I
year
like
for
the
you,
look.
though. Big year for you and your short game, I feel.
Do you know what I think? I just want to try and stay at single figures.
I think this year we're going to empty your golf bag and have like a what's that little?
And don't replace anything.
Reboot. Have you got a reboot button on you?
Is that your way of saying that you're just kicking me off the channel? I'm just going to be doing the
filming?
No,
I've got bigger plans. We've got bigger plans for you.
This is going to be my retirement year from golf. I retired from competitive golf about 4 or 5 years ago. Now I'm retiring from golf. Taking up bowling. Can we have a bowling channel?
We can do whatever you want. If you're
table
good at
tennis channel. We're all right.
Yeah, we can play a little bit table. Maybe we'll do that in the background of a few sort of behind the scenes vlogs. We'll do that. We'll pop them in.
Cool.
Have you got anything else that you would like to report? There is one thing.
Oh, what's that?
It's someone's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Someone's birthday.
Do you find it a little bit like? I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's a great bloke and like, he's one of my closest friends.
Who?
But like, what? It's a bit beggy, isn't it, when you message both of us to say, by the way, it's my birthday. Can you mention it? Not even like your wife mention it or one of your friends or somebody like that. And I know he's a big supporter of this channel, but it's a bit sad, isn't it, when you have to message us for yourself, say, can you mention my birthday? Do you think? No.
I'm going to let you deal with that.
Do you not think that's a bit sad, Paul Tolley?
No, I don't. I don't think it is.
Do you know what I do?
I enjoy it when I find out it's someone's birthday because I would never have known it was Paul's birthday.
Wouldn't you?
No.
Oh, you're a good friend, aren't you?
Well, he didn't. He told me. So
I knew.
Good.
Do you not know?
No, I haven't got it in my diary. No.
Did you not know it was February?
I struggle to.
It was January the 22nd.
I struggle to remember when it's your birthday, which shouldn't be hard.
No.
Well, happy birthday, Paul. We would sing to you, but.
You don't deserve it.
Apparently not, says Lester. Well, I think that's it for this week's show. Lester, have you got anything else that you would like to say?
No.
Look after the place when I'm away, all right?
What could possibly go wrong, Dan?
On that note, we'll see everybody next Sunday.
See you next Sunday.